Hello and welcome to Otter Update for May 2024. I'm your host, Caleb Hauge.
And I'm Isaac Longoria.
Isaac, it's May of our senior year. Give me the good and the great of how high school is wrapping up for you.
It's definitely been a journey going through it all, but I'm definitely ready to move on forward with my life and just continue. What about you, Caleb?
I'm really excited. I'll be sad to leave all my friends and teachers, but I'm excited for the journey ahead.
Well, these first stories will hopefully be the stuff of great memories for the students involved.
Let's kick the episode off with some KSS students taking their studies in unique directions.
About the exchange students we've had here at KSS, but we're actually going to send out a few troops of our own. Let's check them out. Senior reporter Dylan Christensen here with
Evelyn Schultz.
And next year she's going to be an exchange student, and I'm going to ask her about it. So Evelyn, what grade are you in?
I'm in 10th grade.
So how did you start thinking about becoming an exchange student?
Last year I knew of two of the three exchange students that we had, and I became really close friends with them. Then I had the idea that I would like to try it myself.
Okay. So tell us a bit about this program, like what country are you going to, how long you'll be there, that sort of thing.
The program I chose was ASSE, and I chose Australia because I really love the ocean. I chose to go my junior year because I would love to be here for my senior year.
And is there anything in particular you're excited about or even worried about?
I'm really excited to live on the ocean. I live right on the Gold Coast, and the suburb I'm staying in is known for its Hollywood-sized mansions, so that sounds pretty exciting. I'm gonna stay in Brisbane, which is a population of 2.2 million people.
All right. So, what have you been doing to get ready, to get prepared for this?
Lots and lots of paperwork. We have an area representative. The one in Fergus is Brian Graber, and he comes and kind of interviews us, and he's who we go to for our main concerns. So we just communicate via Brian for all of our information.
In setting all this up, have you learned anything unique to us Australian schools compared to American schools or anything like that?
I know our school year starts in July, which is definitely a lot earlier. Every morning I have tea time. Tea time sounds pretty cool. There's sports days on Wednesday, and so you can wear your sports uniform on Wednesday, but you must wear your formal uniform the rest of the days.
Do you have while you're there, do you have any particular goals?
I really just want to have fun and get to immerse myself in the different culture and just try something different for a year.
And how will this program affect your high school credit or your graduation?
I worked with the counselors, and they helped me move around my credits and stuff. So some of the classes I would typically take my junior year, I'm taking my senior year, so I can have a more pleasing year over in Australia. I will graduate on time, but I just will have more junior classes and less electives.
And finally, how do you feel about being a representative of Minnesota, of Fergus, or even just the U.S.? Is there any pressure being a diplomat for us? You think you can represent us?
Think I'd be a good American to represent us. I don't think I'm gonna do anything bad over there. It's not any of my plans.
USA.
USA.
I'm here with,
Evangeline Millard.
and she's also going to be an exchange student. So, what got you interested in this idea in the first place?
So my family's hosting a foreign exchange student from South Korea right now. I started actually thinking about signing up for it in September.
Okay. Tell us a bit about how the program works, like what you've had to do to, get it all arranged.
So I had to apply to a program called CAE, so I sent in an application and I chose Spain was one of the locations I chose to sign up for, and I was accepted into this program in Madrid. So I'm going there in June.
Okay. Uh, what things are you excited for, or what things are you maybe a little apprehensive about?
I'm I'm really excited to just experience the different country. I love to travel a lot, so just being in a different city is really exciting to me. But I guess flying there alone and kind of being alone there is I'm a little nervous for that, and the language barrier because I have been studying Spanish, but I'm not very confident in speaking, so
Uh, Is that what you've been doing to prepare mostly, just brushing up on Spanish?
Yeah, mostly just focusing a little more. I'm taking Spanish too right now, but also focusing on just trying to like read and listen to it outside of school too. I think I can like listen to it and read pretty well, but just like the speaking and like thinking of what I want to say in a different language is the hard part. So I think that's definitely the thing I want to improve on while I'm there.
So, what effect will this have on your credit or your sort of high school career?
Um, I don't think it has much on my high school career. I am getting college credits for the class I'm taking, but other than that, there's not really that much of an effect because it's over the summer.
Okay. And finally, how do you feel about being a representative of Fergus Falls or Minnesota or the good old US of A?
I'm just hope that I can set a really good example.
Yeah, you're our ambassador to there, you know, so
Yeah.
good luck on that.
Thank you.
All right, thanks for talking.
Hello, this is senior reporter Isaac Murray here and today I'm interviewing some.
Gavin Wells here, senior, part of the play. Just here to talk about, all the
Jackson Buckingham, and it's great to be here. I bet you guys are happy to have me on board here. Senior also, and one of the better leads.
Well, before you guys rudely interrupted me, I wanted to tell everyone about the spring play that's happening. So, do you mind telling me a little bit about that?
let me tell you, this play, it's going great, It's 12 Angry Men, May 9th, 10th, 11th at 7, and May 12th, Mother's Day at 2. Yeah, and it's about, 12 jurors on trial having to decide on the guilt or the innocence of a poor little 19-year-old kid,
I'm really excited for this cast. We got some really talented actors. A lot of new people who I think a few people first time on the stage, right?
Oh yeah.
Which is really exciting. And I'd like to encourage anyone who sees this to go ahead and audition next year. It's really fun. And you meet some really great people.
Okay, so do you think your director did a good job picking out this play?
Oh, yeah. The best thing about Allie, she really takes into consideration who she's going to be having come in and always leaves room for the possibility of newcomers as well.
Well, obviously you can see how enthusiastic these two are about this play coming up, so make sure to come check it out. I'm off to the next kid. Hello, I'm back again here with another participant of the spring play, but I really can't seem to find where she went. She was just here, but she kept left.
I'm Nadia Carlson, here to answer some questions that this fellow is going to ask me.
How does rehearsals go usually?
So the play being 12 Angry Men, or 12 Angry Jurors, because we can't find 12 men to act. Please join. We usually start off with some warm-ups, and then we go straight into yelling and being angry.
What are some other things that most kids won't suspect with joining the play? Like, obviously, this door right here, that didn't build itself. So do you guys also have to build your own props for every play?
We do. We have people in charge of costuming, props, painting, tech. There's many things you can do that doesn't involve being on stage when it comes to theater. So there's really something for everyone.
Well, this is Senior Reporter, and as you guys heard, obviously, you guys should all consider joining the spring play and being in theater all together and just show up. It'll be fun. Well, packing up and leaving the country as a teenager. Good luck to Evelyn and Evie. Caleb, are you a good traveler?
Absolutely not. I have plenty of fun exploring the various places in Fergus Falls, like the Kirkbride Building and Broken Down Dam.
Fergus Falls might not be as recognizable on the map as Brisbane or Madrid, but you took the time to travel to our most recognizable landmark, the Kirkbride Building.
And speaking of places to see right here in town, Logan got an in-depth look at Fergus's own vinyl record shop, Lakeshore Vinyl. Meanwhile, Noah took to the halls to quiz KSS students on lakes in our area. I'm Senior Reporter Caleb Howdy here with...
Len Taylor, City of Fergus Falls Public Works Director.
What is the RTC?
The Fergus Falls RTC was a regional treatment center, formerly known as the Fergus Falls State Hospital. They changed the name to Regional Treatment Center, the state did, back I think in the mid to late 80s. And so it's been known as the Regional Treatment Center, the RTC, for 30 plus years, all the way up until 2009, I believe. group of citizens, they petitioned the state and the city to, for the state to donate it to the city and for the city to accept it. And we've marketed it locally, nationally, internationally, and haven't really been able to find a qualified developer.
So what are the challenges towards finding use for the building?
The size of it, I think, is the biggest challenge. It started out with,
770,000 square feet that I read,
okay,
which is about the size of Buckingham Palace.
interesting. So that little tidbit I had never heard, but yeah, so I think there's a little over 100,000 left in what's standing. The one tidbit, little trivia that I had heard was from end to end of the main building, it's a third of a mile from one end to the other. And at one point, before the Pentagon was built, this was the largest structure under a single roof in the United States.
Wow.
So, yeah, got overtaken by that little building in DC.
So what's the current condition of the building like?
It ranges from decent to pretty severely deterioration going on. It had some work done, the building did a few years ago, to replace roofs on, well, the main center building, the tower. The roof on that is slate for the most part, and then some asphalt shingles and some rubber. So that was in pretty decent shape, needed some patches. But then the buildings, as you go from the tower out each direction, there was new asphalt shingles done on those roofs probably 4 years ago. The west and west detached building has a lot of water intrusion and therefore inside building deterioration.
Are there any plans for demolishing the building within the next decade if the use isn't found?
I don't believe the full building will be demolished. With the water issues that are known and evident on the west end, I can see that portion of the building being demolished. We would have to secure more funding from the state to take care of that because the city doesn't have the funds for it. But and potentially maybe more would be taken down too, just to make it a smaller scope of a project. The money needed to take on a project like that is just, it's hard for anybody to make it really a viable project. Nobody's really came forward with a reuse of the building that fits the Fergus Falls community. The original use that it had was its best use. It treated a lot of people with mental, emotional, behavioral type issues, and it just will take the right person with the right idea and the deep pocketbook to make it go.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Logan Bradenberg here, and today I will be talking with the owner of the record shop downtown about how his record shop is doing and everything to know about it. Senior reporter Logan Bradenberg here at the record shop downtown with
Rome Karsnia.
And Fritz Karsnia.
all right, and we're gonna be discussing about what's going on down here. So why did you start your record shop?
I started accumulating records back in the 1990s, and from there continued to do that. And we relocated back to Fergus Falls in 2012. I had my records stored down here, and then records got really popular again in 2016, which allowed me to open the store.
Do you know what the biggest genre is that you sell here?
We mainly have used records here. We do have a small selection of new records. So it's kind of right now in the 70s and 80s rock and roll and new age music like Blondie and the Talking Heads.
Do you know your number one selling record here?
This year, our number one selling record has been Breakfast in America by Supertramp. However, historically, the number one record sale has been Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon.
Thank you. Do you have any plans for the future of the record shop downtown?
Well, This summer we're gonna be expanding our hours to like Thursday and then to Sunday. So just we're open more for people coming into town, which is what we're mainly here for. People just passing through.
Do you guys have any events coming up, or do you do any events down here?
We have done some live music events down here in the past. We unfortunately had to cancel one over the winter because of the temperature outside. So hopefully we will reschedule that. We always try to support local and regional musicians and allow them a venue to participate.
Nice. Rome, you work at the record shop, don't you?
Yes, I do.
What's your favorite part about working at the record shop?
I think it's the way that this store expands my music tastes just universally because I would have never heard of any of the music down here if I didn't work down here and we're able to listen to it.
Is there a certain record that got you into all this?
I would say that when I was graduating high school from Fergus Falls in 1994, I took my mom's record collection when I went to college, and in there she had the Beatles' White Album. That's a very famous Beatles album, and the album itself has posters and is quite interesting two-record set. So I think that's probably the record that got me into collecting records.
Nice. Well, thank you, Rome. Thank you, Fritz, for meeting with me. And that's senior reporter Logan Bradenberg signing off with the record shop. If Fritz or Rome said anything that caught your ear, you should check out Lakeshore Vinyl on Lincoln Avenue or check out their Facebook page.
I'm junior reporter Noah Mileto, and recently I got bored and read every single lake name in Minnesota just because I was bored. And I found some interesting stuff about the lakes of Otter County, and I've interviewed a group of people. This is
Sam Sundberg,
Ryan Hurst,
Jack Weldy, Andrew Casera.
And I'm going to ask some random questions about Otter lakes that I dug up. Ready? Out of these three names of lakes, which one has been used over 200 times? A. Ann. B. Round. C. Mud.
Mud. Mud.
Mud. Mud.
And the answer is mud. It's been used over 200 times. Another high used name is Crystal, and another one will be used. Is a question coming up. It'll be coming up. All right. Question 2. Is there a lake named Five Lake, or is there five lakes named Long Lake in Otter County?
Five longs. Five lawns.
Long five. Long five.
So you're all technically correct. There's also a lake called Five Lake in Otter. I do not know. I just found that it was funny because I was counting names. I don't know. This is in Otter. There's a lake called Five, and there's 5 long lakes here as well. All right. Okay, here's another question. Question 3. What is the closest town to Clifferal Lake?
Give me Oh, can you East Ottertail, West Ottertail?
I just looked at the Wikipedia article that had a list of names. I was bored one day.
Let's go with, general here. Let's go Battle Lake.
Battle Lake?
Clitheroe.
Henning, Minnesota. Underwood, Minnesota.
So the answer is Dalton. I found that funny that Clifferal Lake is not close to Clifferal, the town, at all. Dalton is. But I was running out of options. What 2 lakes in Otter are named after countries? And what countries are they named after? Yes.
Norway.
Right? Yep.
Bosnia.
Uzbekistan.
And you?
Tanzania. Could we keep going?
There's another.
Let's keep going.
One. There's 2 lakes named
we got
countries.
one.
Got one. Hopefully.
Let's keep going until we get it.
Got one more.
Canada.
Yemen.
Germany.
All right. So you got it right for Norway, and it's not Germany. It's called German Lake. This counts. That's why I'm counting it.
Is there any other? Is there any other questions?
Last.
Can you just throw something in there?
All right. Last question for all of you.
Yep.
What's your favorite lake or favorite memory of being on a lake? I'll go with.
I got one. Pelican Lake, and I have a memory of riding a jet ski, really fast and falling off with Ryan Hurst on it.
All right, you.
It's gonna be Pelican Lake. Took Sammy here tubing and whipped him off it.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one more question. So there's one lake in Otter County that starts with the letter J, I believe. What's the name of it?
Lake Jewett.
Correct.
Jewett Lake.
Yes. This has been Noah Mileto, and this has been these guys. Let's sign off.
Well, that was definitely interesting. I think I need to get out more. What did you think of the lakes? You think you'll ever check them out?
Yeah, I love lakes. With the slimy plants that slither around you, and the gross fish that nibble at your feet, and the broken glass that you can't see until you step on it.
Our last two stories for this edition are all about the future of KSS and new water park right across the street.
Let's check it out.
Hello, Trace and Dylan, senior reporter, here today with
Mayor Ben Shire. Hello, Otter Nation.
Clara Beck, Community Development.
and we are here today to talk about the pool that's getting built just right by the school. So my first question for you guys is, how has the building process been going?
From what I can tell, it's been going wonderful. Obviously we had to take down a lot of trees, which that was a major source of contention, I think, for some people in the community. But the nice thing is you see how many trees are left. So I think that anytime you're going to do a building project of this magnitude, that's the city's been planning, there's always going to be some challenges. And I think that I think those trees were one, right? Like, people love the trees in Roosevelt Park, but they also wanted a pool, and they voted overwhelmingly to support that. So building's going great, and I can't wait to. We're going to actually do the groundbreaking, the official groundbreaking on May 21st. So everyone's invited to join us on that if they'd like.
Awesome.
I can just add that because we've had such a warm winter that we actually got started with building earlier than we thought we would. So we're hopeful that that's going to keep things on track.
Great. Who is the main company almost like designing the pool?
Yeah, we've been working with a company called JLG. They pretty much exclusively design pools, and there's actually a lot that goes into pool design that you would never think of. So they have professionals that do that, and they are the ones who have found all the contractors and everything to do the work. So we've been enjoying working with them.
Awesome. Next question. What will the pool availability look like for the public?
Yeah, we're still trying to figure all of that out. We need to figure out our staffing, all of that, but it's looking likely that what we would try to do is have some earlier morning hours for people who might want to do lap swim, stuff like that, and then a little later in the day, open it up for kids and families to come in and hang out. And then usually with all of our parks, we'd have them closed down around dark.
Sure. One thing I would add is, like, whenever we have a project like this, or a service, or activity for people to participate in from the city, we always try to get as much public input as we can. That's not always easy on the front end. So, hey, we would love the high school kids to give us their feedback as we try to solicit feedback on what should our hours be, what should the amenities be, what are some of the things surrounding the pool that we can add, or what could make this the best experience for the community. So anyway, it's an invitation for all you guys to join us in that process and making sure that this is the best utilized and has the most amenities for the community that they want to use.
Are you planning on charging people to use the pool, or is it going to be free admission, or what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, it's actually kind of expensive to run a pool, so we are thinking that we will have to charge some entry fee. It will not be huge, but there will be something, probably somewhere around $8. But we're going to do as much as we can to keep that cost down for people, and hopefully have some scholarships and things available for people who might need them.
When do you think the pool will be done by, or when are you estimating?
I think what we're estimating right now is for it to be opening next summer. So they would do all of their building this year. Any final stuff would get finished up next spring and then open for the season.
All right, awesome. It's been cool talking with you guys, and I'm really glad that we got to learn more about the pool. Yeah, that's all we got for you.
One more thing. Hi, Beatrice.
That was fun, Isaac. Do you think you'll use the water park?
Well, I like swimming, so I think I'll check it out. Man, they're really making some big changes around town. What do you think, Caleb?
I'm just glad to know that there are some things opening up in Fergus instead of closing.
Please keep watching for the credits on some more video production class projects. Until next time, keep it classy, KSS.
Nana.
Another day being a princess.
It's a me, a Mario. Ah! It's a me, a Mario. I'm coming. It's a me, a Mario. Come on, babe. Let's go, Mario.
Man. Hi, sir. I'm here to report my husband's absconded remains.
Oh no! Where was he stolen from?
The banana bank.
We'll find him immediately. I'm Private Investigator Peel.
Thank you, kind sir.
Come in. Private Investigator Peel, I have called you in to provide information regarding the theft of her husband's body.
From the banana bank?
Mhm.
Heard about this. We have footage of the scene. I'll get it to you immediately.
Thank you. Mr. Cavendish, come in. Where were you on the night of April 5th?
At Walgreens? We have footage of you at the bank that night with a gun. You have no proof! Calm down.
Apple was always my favorite fruit. It's time to split.
Did somebody say peanut butter?